What's up, YouTube friends? Cliff the Vinyl Cheapskate here, doing another Vinyl Finds video. This is basically going to be a series that's just like stuff I picked up over the past 3 months since I saw you guys last. I haven't picked up anything new in the last 2 weeks, maybe 1 or 2 things, not much, but what I'm doing today is going to be metal pickups. This is straight heavy metal and some death metal, doom metal type stuff. No black metal in this one. I'm going to do a black metal all by itself. I went on like a black metal buying spree because there were a lot of good sales from labels over the transition to the new year over December and January. There were great sales. So I took advantage of some of the sales that were happening over that time. And I got a lot of black metal, enough for its own video. I also have a hard rock and roll video that I'm going to do. It's like rock, just like straight classic rock type stuff. So keep an eye out for those two. But this time around, just straight metal. What we're listening to right now is the new Sandstorm record. I'm not sure if I showed this or not. It's one of my Christmas presents from the wife. I don't think I've done a video since Christmas, so this probably hasn't been shown. But this is called Inward to Gethsemane. Great death metal from the west coast of the United States. I think they're San Francisco, honestly. I think that's where they're from. I'm pretty sure they're from the Bay Area if they're not from San Francisco. But this is a great band. They're coming to Baltimore in the next month or two, and I think this is going to be a must. They're playing all local, like the DC, Baltimore, DMV, DC area, and Baltimore bands. So that's pretty sick. And these guys are the headliners, so I'm gonna check this out probably next month, I think. So pretty stoked about that. But this is a great record, straight death metal, real heavy, riff-based death metal, my favorite kind. So check them out if you get a chance and you don't know that's some great band. But I've got quite a stack of metal stuff, and this is stuff that's gone all the way back into probably late November. I think this is going all the way back to there. But yeah, I've been really slacking on videos, so let's start out with some Motörhead. This is a single. This is Killed by Death single. This was a Facebook Marketplace find. Yeah, so it was cheap, so I went for it. Great band. Obviously, everybody loves Motörhead. It's got a nice scene split, but that's okay. Like I said, it's just a single. So this was just basically like an inner sleeve single. And it's just Killed by Death and Under the Knife. And 2 versions of Under the Knife. So great stuff. This is an awesome Motörhead picture right here. So we'll leave that up there. Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. Who knows? It's always random. And also, I got one more for that, and I picked up Motörhead. What's Words Worth? Recorded live album. Didn't have this. Pretty much anything by Motörhead, I just pick it up. It's on Asian Records, so I'm not sure. Printed in German. Aston, not Asian. Aston Records. It looks like Asian. Aston Records. German pressing. Pretty sick. So I'm still yet to listen to this. I think maybe this will go on after this here, because I haven't even put that on the turntable yet. This was from a group of stuff that I'm not sure if I showed, but there is also some Chastain stuff in there, but Malice in the beginning. This was a cheap heat find. I picked this up with some Def Leppard and some, like I said, Chastain stuff. It was a marketplace find, but this was a while ago. This was like probably like September, I think. But I just never showed it. Malice is a cool band. Look at these guys. They look cool, right? But yeah, kind of like a heavy, almost thrashy, heavy metal band. This is a re-pickup. Marcel. This is like hard rock, but like sounds kind of like new wave of British heavy metal type stuff. It's a cheap heat. This is a cheapie, but it's a pretty rockin' record. I picked it up for real cheap, but $6, not bad. But I have been wanting to pick up another copy of this record because I bought a copy like last summer, and I spun it like twice, and then I realized there was a huge crack in it. There was a crack from like I don't know what from. I'm thinking maybe my kid stepped on it or something, but there's a crack in it, so I had to pick up another copy. Luckily, it was a cheap record. Cheap record, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. This is a newer band, but they have that 80s sound. The Sandstorm, and this is one that I actually picked up really recently. Sandstorm play like they're a German band, they're a Canadian band. What am I talking about? They're a Canadian band, but they play the style of like underground 80s Swedish heavy metal, and they do a really good job at it, mixed with some like new wave of British heavy metal sounds. This band could pass for something that definitely came out in the 80s in a good way. This is like, sounds like it could be a long lost classic, but it's a modern band. Came with a lot of cool accoutrements. Came with this nice lyric sheet. Sorry about the glare. I gotta mess with this so it doesn't glare so much. Came with the nice lyric sheet. Nice sturdy jacket here. That's the band there. Also came with this huge, sick poster that I'm never gonna hang up probably, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool to add it on there. And also a sticker and a postcard. Sticker of the cover, and a postcard with another picture of the band. So a ton of promo pictures of this band, which is kind of funny. But on brand for this type of heavy metal stuff. What's the word? Dying Victims Productions, which I'm going to look further into some of their stuff, because I think I have some other Dying Victims record stuff that's really good. And I think I might dig a little deeper into that label, because they seem like a label that does good stuff a lot of the time. Got some more heavy metal stuff. More Motörhead related stuff. This Warfare, Conflict of Hatred. Not the best Warhead stuff, but it's still pretty good. It's a fun record. I only listened to it once. I know the other two Warhead ones are it's a little bit on the punky side. It's on Neat Records. This was a pickup from a seller on Discogs from Germany. It's an original press. It's got a little bend here, but no big deal. It still looks really nice. It's nice and shiny. Wasn't too expensive. Give me 1 second here. All right, now these four from the same same German haul from with that Warfare record. I don't buy from Europe often, but this guy's pricing was good. There's one more that I was gonna get, and he gave me a good chunk off of the bill because of it, because he couldn't find it. But this is another good one. This is straight speed metal. Bellafon International Records here. This says Earthshaker Records on the cover, but yeah, Earthshaker Records actually. Living Death, Metal Revolution, great speed metal stuff. This is I think they're kind of a underrated band, truthfully. 8 songs on this one. Can't really go wrong with some straightforward speed metal stuff. On Earthshaker Records, another original, which is pretty awesome. If you haven't checked these guys out, if you like Agent Steel type stuff, or trying to think, it's a little thrashy, not quite full on thrash yet, but very good. This is from 80, I want to say like 86, but I'm not 100% on that. But when your band looks like this, you know it's probably going to be pretty solid. Look at those cheetah pants, man. You know it's going to be pretty good. More from the same. Legendary. Warlock. Hellbound. One of the few Warlock records that this is probably the last Warlock record that I wanted that I didn't have already. I've got most of the early Warlock stuff. I do not have, I forget what it's called, but the most famous one I only have on cassette, but I'm okay with that for now. If I find it for cheap, I'll pick it up. But this is Warlock when they're still a little more on the heavy, little more on the hard rock side. But Doro is awesome, so I'll pick up anything, almost anything that she's on. And look at that Warlock t-shirt. That Warlock t-shirt is awesome. I wish I could find a vintage version of that bad boy. This one's on, of course, I think it's on Vertigo. Yeah, it's on Vertigo, like all the records. This is the Spaceship label. It came with the inner. Came with the original inner too. It's just they put it in another sleeve. But also came with the original inner here. Can't go wrong with this record. As you can see, I've been pretty busy with the metal and punk records, and just like I said, this is like 3 months worth of stuff, 4 months worth of stuff. I've really slowed down on doing videos at the end half of the year, and this is the reason I bought from Germany. I can't find this record for a good price anywhere in the United States, but I finally picked one up. Quartz, Stand Up and Fight. Great hard rockin', almost borderline proto metal, but I think it leans just into the heavy metal territory on this one. New wave of British heavy metal band. This is from 1980. Really solid, probably one of the better new wave of British heavy metal full lengths. Most of it's like comp tracks and singles is what you're going to find mostly for that, but for the good stuff. But this one is good stuff to me. On MCA Records, yeah, super sick. Barbarian's got a mean mustache. How are you going to go wrong with this record? Great stuff. That's pretty much all the older stuff that I've got for you. I think everything else in this pile... Oh no, one more older one. I don't know if I showed this or not yet, but another speed metal classic, Ostrogoth. Ecstasy and Danger, man. This is a scorcher of a record right here. Mausoleum Records, which this is one of their hits. Mausoleum can be hit or miss sometimes. They put out some stuff that's almost straight blues rock sometimes. But this is not one of those records. This is definitely speed metal, heavy metal killer right here. Ostrogoth. Yeah, this is like a killer speed metal, heavy metal. I'm pretty sure they're from Belgium too. Doesn't say where they're from, but yeah, on Mausoleum Records from Antwerp. Yeah, look at this. Such a classic. Been on my list for a very long time, and it finally found a copy. I think this was a Facebook Marketplace score. Yeah, I believe this was Facebook Marketplace as well. That's the last old one that I've got. The rest is all newer stuff. So I'll start with a couple doom metal, then we'll go into death metal-y stuff. Continuing my Yob crusade to find Yob records. This was $10 on Discogs. So I saw a Yob record for $10. I went for it. Yob's just very like kind of spacey, stoner rock, doom metal stuff. Little sludgy at times. Sorry, my cat is like locked down here with me, and she's like searching. She's like getting nervous because she's locked down here. This is the relapse repress of this record that came out in 2023, so only a couple years ago. Some nice white vinyl. She's in a laundry basket. The cat is in the laundry basket. But yeah, nice white vinyl. Cool gatefold. Redone artwork. The original artwork was different than this, but not going to complain. It sounds good. It's a fun listen. It's a little heavier than their newer stuff. A little more on the like, a little harsher, a little heavier, but still good listen. Really good record. I've been on a kick with them, picking up their stuff this year. Finally been finding it for good prices, and decided to just buckle down and grab it. This is Khemmis, or Khemmis, I don't know. Hunted. This is their second LP on 20 buck spin. One of my favorite bands doing this like epic doom style stuff that really can be really bad, but this band pulls it off in a way that's really not bad. It's really good. This is probably my favorite by theirs. It came with this cool little booklet too. Like artwork like that. And it seems to have this wizard guy as like their character that's on all their records. So pretty sick record altogether. Great song titles, like, well, they're kind of ho-hum song titles, but great songwriting. It keeps it interesting throughout. It's not just like a straight up Candlemass worship, which is not a problem. I love Candlemass, don't get me wrong. I actually have more records I need to show, because I realized when I was getting ready for this that I haven't shown any of the Christmas stuff that I picked up, and or anything that I picked up leading up to Christmas in December. So I've got a ton of stuff to show still. Like I picked up the new Crypt Sermon. I haven't showed that yet. At least I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Another one from 20 buck spin. This one's Mystifies. Majesties. This is like cool, like Gothenburg style death metal stuff. Reminds me of like In Flames or like Dark Tranquillity, but like in the 90s, and kind of sharpened and made a little better. This is the guys from Obsequy, that band Obsequy, who do like kind of like folk black metal with a lot of medieval guitar stuff throughout. This is like them, but like they don't have any of that medieval guitar stuff. It's not black metal. It's definitely like straightforward, like I said, like Gothenburg style, like melodic death metal, but done really, really well. These guys are great musicians. Everything they've done has been excellent. Sick artwork. If you like those old At the Gates or In Flames records, this is right up your alley, and it'll scratch that itch for sure. Just come on color, yeah, red vinyl with a little black with the black middle there. Pretty sick stuff. $20 spin, really, for a bigger metal label. There's not. Oh, it's got this cool inside, like textured inside, and like with like a million variants. The bands they pick up are almost, I would say, like 99% of the time, super quality bands. I don't ever hear anything that I really don't like on $20 spin. But this one especially, really, really good. Great musicianship, great songwriting, great band. Last but not least is pick this up in person at Celebrated Summer. Probably one of my favorite records of the year. Just like everybody else loves this record that's into death metal and stuff like that. Absolute Elsewhere by Blood Incantation. This Blood Incantation is very good. Kind of picking up where they left off on the last one and infusing like a shit ton more like krautrocky synth rock, like sounds like early 70s German prog rocky stuff in here. Bits of Pink Floyd even. But then the death metal on here is perfectly played. It's technical, but not overly technical, and still has like, never travels into like the territory of being like overly pretentious or annoying. Just very good, freaking very good death metal stuff, with twinges of that krautrock sound, like a Faust or something like that thrown in there, Popolvuh, that type of stuff, and it just, they meld it together really well where it works, where it doesn't feel like they're playing two different albums of two different styles. It feels like the styles are put together in a cohesive way. So, really great record. This Blood Incantation is one of my favorite modern death metal bands right now, and everybody loves them, and it's for a reason. It makes sense because they're just so good at what they do. And even though this is on Century Media, it's on a major metal label, and I don't usually pick stuff up from that, but this is great. Well worth my $25 or whatever I spent on that. Picked it up from Celebrated Summer. They had copies, so I drove up there and just snapped it up. And yeah, that's it. That's my metal pickups for the last 4 months, 3-4 months. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't dig too deep, but it was a lot of stuff, and I'm at 25 minutes, so I'm gonna head out. Anyway, hope you all have a good weekend, and cheers. Catch you next week.